Hello, everyone, and welcome into another edition of Card Sharks. I'd like to thank Retro456 for today's opening poem, and if you'd like a chance to hear your opening poem on the show, leave it in the comment section below. Now, on with today's game. Play the cards, have a ball, play them right, and win it all on Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you over $32,000 in cash. And now, to get us started, here's your host of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MPG Productions. Glad you could join us here once again. Well, last time we saw a new champion crowned in our last episode. Unfortunately, not finding good luck in the money cards, but he's back with us to try to see if he can win some more money. With a score of $1,000 all in cash, please welcome back our current champion, Mr. Brandon Hinkle.
Hello there, everybody.
Glad to have you back with us, Brandon. Remind everyone at home in YouTube land a little bit about yourself, sir.
It would be a pleasure. My name is Brandon Hinkle. I'm a Burger King employee as a guest ambassador. I take care of the customers, of course, and I really love game shows. I really do.
But good luck to you today at Card Sharks, and good luck to you against your opponent here playing for the first time this season here on Card Sharks. Please welcome in, by way of the Great White North from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Mr. Mark Leota.
Thank you. No applause necessary. You're all so kind.
I don't think you're getting any at this point because I hear crickets. Anyway, glad to have you back aboard with us, Mark, again for this season of Card Sharks. Remind the good folks at home about yourself, sir.
Okay, I am 33 years old, from Toronto, Canada. Big fan of video games as well as professional sports. Go Blue Jays, and let's win some money.
Yeah, how do you, with the baseball, at the time of recording this, baseball season had just got underway this past weekend. How do you feel about your Blue Jays having to travel to Buffalo to play their home games this season?
Well, it's going to be a challenge. I'll say that.
Yeah, that it is. But unfortunately, you won't be able to visit any games currently with the travel bans and stuff going on. But hopefully you will be able to watch them from the comfort and safety of your own home, and hopefully they will have a great season. So we'll see how things work out there. Good luck to you. Good luck to Brandon. Good luck to everybody tonight here on Card Sharks. Let's get right into our game. You guys know how this works. Your objective is to call your way across the board, trying to call if the next card is higher or lower than the previous one. If you get all the way to the end of the line, you win the game, and that's $500. It takes best 2 out of 3 to win the match. Gets yourself $1,000 and goes on to our money cards worth a chance at $32,000 awaits our players. Let's get started here with our first question of the evening, going as always to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 newlywed women on this question. If you could spend every hour of every day with your husband, would you want to? How many of 100 newlywed women said they would want to spend every hour of every day with their husband?
58.
How many?
58.
58 of the 100 said they would want to spend every hour of every day with their new husband. Mark, higher or lower than 58?
Well, if they're just married, I would imagine they probably want to spend as much time as possible. So I'm going to say a little bit higher.
You're going to say even higher than that? All right, well, if the answer is higher, you'll be playing your cards first. If not, Brandon will be playing his cards first. The actual number of newlywed women who said they would want to spend every hour of every day with their new husband is 39. It is higher. Low, excuse me.
Lower.
Yeah. Brain just like frizzes out for a second there. It is lower than that. So, Brandon, you get control of your cards first. So let's take a look at your opening base card for this round. We start with a 5.
I'll keep that card. Let's go up. Higher.
Okay, going on. Higher than the 5. It's an 8 up the middle.
That card. Please.
Gonna freeze it there, keeping Mark away from his cards, taking a 2-card lead. Go to question 2 now. This one is for Mark. Mark, we asked 100 prisoners, Would you be nervous if your appointed lawyer was female? How many of 100 prisoners said they would be nervous because their appointed lawyer was a female?
Oh, well, that could probably stir up a whole lot of trouble, couldn't it?
Potentially.
I am going to say about 74 of them.
74 of them say they would be nervous if their lawyer was female. Brandon, higher or lower than 74?
No way! That's definitely lower!
I'm going to say lower than that. Well, let's see. The actual number of prisoners who said they would be nervous if their appointed lawyer was a female is 8. It is way lower.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the courtroom, I guess, is gender neutral in the eyes of the people being accused here. All right, Brandon, you're in control. You've got the 8. What would you like to do?
Bad card. Get rid of that yucky 8, please.
Okay, going to change that 8 with the next card off the top of your deck. That 8 now becomes a king.
That's a great card. Lower. Go down, please.
All right, lower than the king. It's a 6.
Up. We're going up.
All right, higher than the 6. No, it's a 3. You lose those 2 cards there, giving Mark a free chance to play off of his base card, which for this round he starts with a king.
Nice. Lower.
Going lower than the king. It's a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a queen.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the queen. Oh no, king.
Oh.
Cost you 3 cards there, all the way back to that base card there. And we continue
Exactly what happened, Mark. I ain't caught that happen to me in my cards.
Yeah, Mike, tough cards for today on this one for sure. We move on to question 3 now. This one goes back to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 kids in integrated schools. This is from an old episode of Card Sharks. So it's one of those Card Sharks flashbacks here. We asked 100 kids in integrated schools. Do you think busing is fair? How many of 100 kids in integrated schools said that busing was fair?
Bussin'? You say bussin'?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Riding a school bus.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Bussin'. Okay, I think that's probably a pretty highish number. I don't think it's close to somewhere in the 50s. I think I'm gonna say 48.
48 out of 100 said that busing is fair. Mark, higher or lower than 48?
A little bit higher.
Let's say higher than that. We shall see. The answer of this one is how many of 100 kids in integrated schools think that busing was fair is 65. It is higher. There we go. All right, Mark, you've got control of the cards. You've got that king.
I could do what? Do I dare pull a Bill Daly? No, lower.
I'm going to go on. Keep the king lower than the king. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on, higher than the 4. It's an ace.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the ace. It's a 9.
And we're going to freeze right there.
Not going for the $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board. Going to freeze with the 9, needing only one more card left in this round. And speaking of this round, this is our last question of this round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to Mark. Mark, we asked 100 top oil executives, confidentially, do you go to work in a carpool? How many of 100 top oil executives say they do go to work in a carpool?
That's a bit of a tough one. Okay, let me think here. 60. That's it, 60.
60. 60 out of 100 said they go to work in a carpool. Brandon, higher or lower than 60?
Lower.
Say lower than that. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of top oil executives that go to work in a carpool is 0. None of them do.
Oh, none of them. Okay.
All right, Brandon, you've got control of the cards, and here's the situation. You've got a king. You can change that king if you want and play your cards. You'll need 3 cards in order to win the first game of the match. Mark has a 9. He cannot change that card. He only needs 1 card to win the game of the match. So the option is yours. Would you like to play it or would you like to pass?
Well, that king is really a great card, but that 9 is somehow staring at Mark, and he cannot change the card. So I think I'm feeling if I mess up, Mark might win. So, Mark, it's all yours, my friend. Good luck, my friend.
All right, Mark, you've got that 9, sir. Call the card right. You win the first game of the match. Miss it, and Brandon wins game 1.
Well, the upside is that it's only 1 lower.
Going for the first game of the match, lower than the 9. No, it's an ace, and Brandon wins game 1 of the match. Unfortunately, cards going the wrong way there for Mark, and he loses that first game. Brandon picks up $500. Game 1, but remember, takes best 2 out of 3 in order to win. So let's go ahead and deal out the cards for our next game of the match. Remember, if you remember the cards that have been played from your deck already, it will help significantly, and you're calling the cards. Round 2, the challenger starts first in this round. So, Mark, this question goes to you. Mark, we asked 100 bachelors, at the end of your most expensive date, did she say yes? How many of 100 bachelors said at the end of her most expensive date, she said yes? And I put the yes in the quotation marks.
Maybe about 2/3 of them, 66.
66 out of 100 bachelors said their date did say yes. Brandon, higher or lower than 66?
I think that's a midget, Lord. Just a midget.
Just a smidget lower, he says. Well,
Midget.
all right. The actual number of bachelors who said that at the end of their most expensive date, their partner said yes is 52. It is lower. All right, Brandon, you've got control of the cards, sir. We're going to take a look at your base card first. It's a 5.
Change it.
Going to change it, all right? Next card off the top of that deck, that 5 now becomes a king.
Go down.
Okay, lower than the king. It's a 3.
Let's go up.
Going higher than the 3. It's a 6.
Up again.
Going on higher than the 6. It's a 10.
Freeze it.
Gonna freeze it right there. Again, missing out on the $1,000 bonus for sweeping the cards, but only needing 1 more to win the game and the match. We go to question 2 now. This time, champion answers this one. So, Brandon, we asked 100 people, should parents have the right to censor books used at school? How many of 100 people said parents should have the right to censor books used at school?
Oh, that should be a high number. I think that should be at least 68.
68 out of 100 of them said that parents should have the right to censor books used at school. Mark, higher or lower than 68?
Lower than that.
I'm going to say a bit lower than that. We'll see. The actual number of parents that said, the actual number of people that said parents should have the right to censor books used at school is 67, off by 1. Mark gets it.
Wow.
Remember, if you get an answer right on the nose here on Card Sharks, that is also a $1,000 bonus this season. And Mark, you lucked out with this one, and you've got control of the cards. We start you off in this round with a 4.
Higher, please.
Going higher than the 4. Oh, no, 2. Lose that card there. A free chance for Brandon to call the 10.
Go down.
For the game and the match, lower than a 10. No, it's a jack. He loses that one, too. Mark breathes a sigh of relief for a moment here. All right, moving on now. We're going to go to question number 3. This one goes back to Mark here. Mark, we asked 100 men in Rome who drive cars. Again, 100 men in Rome who drive cars. Have you ever yelled something at another driver you'd never want your mother to hear? How many of those 100 men drivers in Rome said they have yelled something at another driver that they wouldn't want their mother to hear?
I am going to say about 78.
78 out of 100 of them said they've yelled something at someone another driver who is something they didn't want their mother to hear. Brandon, higher or lower than 78?
I think that's a midget number again. Down. Go
I'm
down.
going to say a little lower than that. Okay. Well, the actual number of men drivers in Rome who have yelled something at another driver that they did not want their mother to hear is 92. It is not lower.
Bunch of angry drivers up in Italy.
Yes, to say the least.
And I thought our drivers were bad.
No.
Though ours is just as bad, possibly
Come
sometimes
down
worse
here
in
one
certain
time.
cases.
Yeah,
Try Louisiana?
drive with me once. You'll see how angry I get.
All right, Mark, you've got control of the board, sir. You've got that 4. What would you like to do?
Really that bad, eh, Myers?
Oh, I can vouch for him. New Orleans is bad. I can vouch for him.
Higher.
I'm going to go on higher than the 4. It's a 6.
And freeze it.
I'll freeze it right there. You need 3 cards to win to tie up the match. Brandon still needing 1 card, and we're at our 4th and final question of this round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 Catholic priests, if a prisoner willed his ill-gotten estate to the church, would you accept it? How many of 100 Catholic priests said if they would accept their ill-gotten estate from a prisoner if they donated it to a church?
I should know this because my girlfriend, believe it or not, is Catholic. I should know this or I'm going to get killed by her. Let's say 50.
Let's say 50, right up the middle there. Mark, higher or lower than 50?
Higher?
I'm going to say higher than that. All right, for all important control of the cards, the actual number of Catholic priests who would accept an ill-gotten estate from a prisoner is 55. It is just slightly higher. All right, Mark, decision time for you now, sir. You have a 6. You won the question. You have the right to change that and play your cards. If so, you need 3 cards to tie up the match. However, Brandon has a 10. He only needs 1 card to win the game and the match. He cannot change it. The option is yours. Would you like to play it, or would you like to pass it to Brandon?
Keep control, but change the 6.
Okay, you're going to play it, and you're going to change that 6. All right. All-important change here for you. That 6 now becomes a 10.
Ooh.
Got to call all 3 right, make 1 mistake. Brandon retains as champion.
Okay.
Calling the
There's
power.
no freezing now, so I gotta be near perfect. Lower.
Going on, lower than the 10. It's a 7.
Okay. Higher.
Going on, higher than the 7.
It's
a jack.
Oh, yes. Lower.
For the game to tie up the match, lower than a jack. No, it's a king, and Brandon retains as champion. Tough break there, Mark. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for you. We've got some nice party gifts for you. Thanks for playing. Brandon's got another $1,000. It's up to $2,000 now. He's going to go after some more money in the money cards. We'll do that right after the break. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Brandon has won his 2nd game, now up to $2,000 in cash. He's hoping to try to win some more here on the money cards. Brandon, just a reminder of how this works. We start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. You work your way across the bottom row, betting higher or lower with each card until we get to the 2nd row where you get another $400 of betting money and 3 more cards. Remember, minimum bets are $50 and use $50 increments till we get to the top card, the big bet card. There you must bet at least half your money. And remember, you can change 1 card on each of the levels with one of the 3 extra cards we deal on the side of the game. And remember, if you could do a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board, that is worth $32,000 in cash. All right? So you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right, best of luck to you. Let's deal out those cards. Give them $200 in betting money, please. All right, good luck to you. And we get you started off with your base card and the money cards with an 8.
Oh, wow, the bad card. Change that sucker with number 2, please.
All right, change it with number 2. That 8 now is going to become a 10. A little bit better.
A little. Okay, let's do 100 down.
All right, $100 lower than the 10. No, jack. You lose 100 there, down to 100 there, and a jack.
It works. Lower.
Betting everything, $100. Lower than the jack. Oh no, it's a king.
Yikes.
Ah, rough cards there, sir. But fortunately, we do have some more money to give you, so we're gonna go ahead and move that king up to the next row. We'll give you another $400 of betting money. You're back in the game with 400 and a king.
Let's go. That works again. Lower.
Betting it all. I hope there's no ace under here. $400 lower than the king. It's a 7. There you go. Up to $800 and a mid card.
ASCII card. Number 1, please.
Okay, change it with card number 1. That 7's now going to become an ace.
Yeah.
Choose the works. The whole shebang. Down.
All right, going for lower than that. Lower than the ace. It's a 5. $1,600 and a 5 now.
400 higher, please.
What was the bet?
400.
400, okay? $400. Higher than the 5. Oh no, 2. That's a worth a $400 sacrifice in my book. You got a deuce. We're going to move that up to the big bet card. Do you want to change it?
Heck no. Heck no.
Didn't think so. All right, you got $1,200.
Everything higher. Shoot the works.
All right, he knows he can't lose on this, but he'd like to double his money to $2,400 if this card is anything but a 2. Higher. Oh no, it's a 2.
You gotta be kidding me.
My goodness.
That's just evil.
That is evil on so many counts there.
Evil!
You see what you're doing there, SpongeBob?
Oh wow, just absolutely stunned there. But hey, the good news though is you didn't lose anything because it's always a push on the same duplicate card. So that's another $1,200 in your bank. We add that to what you've won. You're now up to $3,200, and you're going to be taking on another opponent when we come back with more Card Sharks right after this, folks. Stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Brandon still our champion now, up to $3,200. And he's ready to take on a new player here to Card Sharks. So let's welcome him in. Coming to us by way of Baltimore, Maryland, we have Mr. Marty Bengal. Marty, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Glad to have you aboard here. Tell the good folks at home a little about yourself. Where you're from, what you do, and all that.
Oh, I already mentioned where I'm from. So, name's Marty Bingle from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm currently a college student, currently going for my associates in accounting. And on the side, I'm currently an aspiring puppeteer. Doing that for the last couple months, and it's pretty fun, actually.
Fantastic. Yeah, hoping to work for like either the Henson Company or what do you plan to do with your puppeteering? Provided you could get further along with it.
I don't know. It's really a side hobby for me now. So we'll just see how it goes. Ride like the wind. We'll see how it goes.
All right, well, fantastic. Hopefully that goes well. Good luck to you in this game here of Card Sharks. All right, we're going to get started here with our first question out to our champion, Brandon. Remember, play best 2 out of 3. Start the question to you. Brandon, we asked 100 housewives, do you clean the house better for your company than you do your own family? How many of 100 housewives say they do clean their house better for company than they do for their own family?
30.
He says 30. 30 out of 100 say. Marty, higher or lower than 30?
I'm gonna go higher on that one.
I'm going to say even higher than that. Now, let's see. The actual number of housewives who clean their house better for company than they do their own family is 42. It is higher.
All right.
It's almost a requirement at that point.
Yeah, right. Understood. I'm right there with them. I do. And if we have company coming over, I'll try to clean up the house a little better than usual. Otherwise, me and Sonny know where we live and where everything is left at, so it's usually okay. It's still clean. It's just not as clean as it could be, but you know. All right, Marty, we're going to start with you. Your base card for this one is a 7.
Yuck. Nice way to start off. Let's give her that 7.
Okay, we'll say you won the question, so you have the right to change that card. So we'll change it to the next card off the top of the deck. That 7 now becomes an ace. Great change.
Lower.
There you go.
Lower than the ace. It's a 6.
Let's go higher.
Going on, higher than the 6. It's a 10.
Freeze.
Well, freeze right there, taking the 3-card advantage over the champion. In our first game here, let's continue on to question 2 with a question to our challenger. Marty, we asked 100 females who chose pregnancy without a marriage. Did you trick a man into getting you pregnant? How many of 100 females who chose pregnancy without marriage said they did trick a man into getting them pregnant?
Oh, yikes. Ooh. I'm going to go with 32.
32 out of 100 said that they did trick a man into getting them pregnant. Brandon, higher or lower than 32?
That spells trouble right there. That spells trouble. That better be lower.
He says lower than that. We shall see. The actual number of females who chose pregnancy without marriage said they did trick a man into getting them pregnant is 13. It is lower. All right, Brandon, good job for you. We'll take a look at your opening base card for this game. An ace.
A card. Lower.
Going lower than the ace. It's a 3.
Go up. Go up. Higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 5.
Even higher again.
Going on, higher than the 5. It's a queen.
Lower.
For game 1 of the match, a $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board. Lower than a queen. It's a 9. He's got it.
Wow, impressive.
Well done, sir. A clean sweep of the board for $500 plus $1,000 for sweeping that. It brings you up to $4,700, and you are up 1-0 over our challenger. Marty's going to have to work at it to get back in this. So let's clear out the board and get started here with our second game of the match. And the question goes to Marty on this one because he starts round 2. Marty?
All right.
We asked 100 people in visiting the Universal Studios in Hollywood, and we asked them, have you ever dreamed you were naked in public before? How many of 100 people said they have dreamed that they were naked in public before?
At Universal Studios Hollywood, though. Jeez.
Yeah, this is where our man on the street happened to be surveying that day.
Yeah. Well,
It's something about that Spider-Man, right?
yeah. Gotta be. I don't think it'd be that much. I think it'd be pretty embarrassing in public. But seeing how it is Hollywood, anything goes, really. I'm going to say 46.
46 out of 100 said they have dreamed that they've been naked in public before. Brandon, higher or lower than 46?
That reminds me of a show that I saw that was hilarious, and it had 4 guys. I can't remember the doggone name. Oh, no. I hope that's lower.
I'll say lower than that. We shall see. The actual number of people who said they have dreamed that they have been naked in public before is 47. It is not lower. Marty off by 1 again, almost getting a $1,000 bonus there. All right, Marty, we're going to start with you this round. Your opening base card, an ace.
Wow, lower.
Going on, lower than the ace. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on, higher than the 4. It's a 7.
Freeze.
And a freeze again. Again, the 3-card advantage here. Hopefully, Marty can take better advantage of it this time around. As we go to question 2, this one to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 married women, if you had the chance to have a romantic night with anyone on earth, would it be your husband? How many of 100 married women said if they had the chance to have a romantic night with anyone on earth, they would choose their husband?
I hope that's a high number. I hope it's at least around 70.
70, you said?
Yes, sir. 70.
Okay, 70 it is. All right. Marty, higher or lower than 70?
That's tough because, I mean, yes, you are married, but what about your celebrity crushes? I'm going to go slightly lower.
I'm going to say slightly lower than that. All right, we'll see. The actual number of married women who said if they had the chance to have a romantic night with anyone on earth, they would still choose their husband is 68. It is lower.
Whoa! Wow!
Brandon off by 2. Very close on the guesses this round. Well done, guys. Marty, you won the question, so you've got control. You have that 7.
I will change that 7.
Changing that 7. Next card off the top of the deck. The 7 now becomes... Ooh, an 8. Up the middle.
Oh.
Boo. All
Oh,
right.
Snowman, you gotta hate it.
Yes. All right. Let's go higher.
Going on higher than that 8. No, 3. You lose that card there, giving Brandon a free chance to play off his base card. Also an ace.
Oh, Christ.
4.
Lower than the ace. It's a queen.
Down again. Lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 10.
Please. It's been golden here.
Freezing there. All right, both players 3 cards in. Both players needing 2 to win the round. We go on to our third question now. This one goes back to Marty. Marty, we asked 100 inmates in prison. Do you think you should have gotten a longer sentence for your crimes? How many of 100 inmates said they do believe they should have gotten a longer sentence for their crimes?
Oh, wow. Well, really depends on what you did. Most of them are minor, minor sentences. Ugh. I'm going to go with, I think this is going to be kind of low, 28.
I'm going to say 28. All right, 28 out of 100 inmates say they should have gotten a longer sentence. Brandon, higher or lower than 28?
I think it's just a midget higher. Just a midget.
Just made it higher than that. All right, we shall see. The actual number of inmates who believe they should have gotten a longer sentence is 32. It is just slightly higher.
4 off on that.
All right, Brandon, you've got control of the cards. You've got that 10.
Lucky 10. Bye-bye 10.
All right, changing that 10. That 10 now becomes a 9.
Worse.
Going on, lower than the 9. It's a 7.
Please. Freeze, please.
Gonna freeze it there, needing just one more card to win the game and the match. And we're on our fourth and final question of the round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 bachelors, is it important for a bride to be a virgin? How many of 100 bachelors said it is important for a bride to be a virgin?
I don't think that's very high. Let's do the power of 12.
It says 12 out of the 100 says it's important for a bride to be a virgin. Marty, higher or lower than 12?
I think that is definitely higher than 12.
I'm going to say definitely higher than that, all right? We shall see. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of bachelors who say it is important for a bride to be a virgin is 64. It's way higher.
Wow.
All right, Marty, you've got control and a tough decision here. Brandon's got a 7. He cannot change it. He only needs one card to win the game and the match. You have an 8. You can change it if you decide to play. You need 2 cards to tie up the match. The option is yours. You want to play it or you want to pass?
Ooh, this is tough. Both are middle cards, but he can't change his, so I'm gonna pass.
I'm going to pass. All right, Brandon, it is on you. Call the 7 correctly. You win the game and the match and remain as champion. Make a mistake, and we go to our tiebreaker round.
Okay. I think that card is higher, but I'm going to go against the odds and go lower.
All right, going against the odds for the game and the match and retain his champion. Lower than a 7. It's a 5. He's got it. Brandon's still our champion. Well done. Congratulations, sir. It's another $500 there. Brings you up to $5,200. You'll be playing the money cards in just a minute. Marty, we thank you for playing, sir. We got some nice fun gifts for you. See you in the future episode. All right, folks, stick around. Brandon's going to go after the money cards once again when we come back. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Brandon won a championship once again. He's up to $5,200. He's going to be another chance to play here the money cards. We've got them already dealt out for you, sir, and we want to see you win that $32,000. So you ready to go?
That's it. Third time's a charm.
All right, let's jump into it. Here's your $200, and here's your opening base card for the money cards. It's a 6.
Bad card. Number 1, please.
Gonna change it with card number 1. That 6 now becomes a 9.
Hey.
Okay, let's do 100 lower.
All right, $100 lower than the 9. It's a 5. There we go. If you got a 5, you got 300.
200 higher, please.
Say 100 again.
Yes, sir. 100 higher, please.
All right, $100 higher than the 5. It's an ace. $400 and a great card.
It works. Everything lower, please.
All right, all of it lower than that ace. It's a 9. There we go. Doubled up $800. We take that 9 up to their next level. Give you an additional $400 there. You have $1,200 and a 9. What would you like to do?
Bye, 9. Number 3, please.
All right, change it with card number 3. That 9's now going to become a king.
It works. Lower.
All right, $1,200. Big bet here. Lower than a king. It's an 8. $2,400 and that dirty snowman up the middle.
Okay, you know what I say to that dirty snowman? 200 lower, please.
All right, $200 going lower than the 8. It's a 2. Great call. $2,600 and a card you like to see.
Oh, whole works. Shoot the works. Everything higher.
All right, $2,600. If this card is higher than a 2, it's a 10. $5,200. You've matched your current winnings. As we move that 10 up to the big bet card, do you want to keep it?
No, thank you. Get rid of that 10, please.
All important change here for the big bet. Your card will be a 4. You have $5,200. You must bet at least $2,600 on this one.
No. I hope this doesn't happen to me again, but call me crazy.
Okay.
Shoot the works. The whole shebang. Everything higher.
For nothing at all, or $10,400. If this card is higher than a 4, it's a king. He's got it.
Yeah.
Well done. Finally a big win from Brendan.
There we go. Big win for you there. That brings you now up to $15,600 in cash. Well done, sir.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you.
Big win for Brandon here. He's now got himself a nice chunk of change. And we're all out of time for this episode, folks. We thank you so much for watching another fun-filled edition of Card Sharks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and want to see other great game shows we do in the past, present, or in the future, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until we deal out the cards and try to give away some more money, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time right here for another new episode of Card Sharks. Take care. Bye for now, folks. This is your announcer, Michael Gentry, speaking for Card Sharks, an MVG Productions presentation.